Hello my friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be holiday, but holiday past. So this year, it's crazy how little excitement I have gotten from the holiday releases just because so much is the same. And I started thinking, man, there's some products that in years past were so good that to this day, I still use them. So I want to share with you what those products are, just because some of these brands still come out with these products and I look forward to those, but more to come on that. If you're interested in seeing past holiday beauty that I still keep in my makeup collection, I still keep on rotation to use, which is crazy, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we've got a little bit going on here. You're going to find a lot of this is eyes, surprise, surprise, but not all of it. So I'm going to start with a couple of non-eyes products that are some of my favorites year after year, and these are a few of my favorites, and every year that Hourglass releases these here lately, I like to pick them up. So the Hourglass face palettes, these are so good. I know that Hourglass has a bad rep for not being so inclusive with skin tones. I do know this year they've done a 3-set deal or a 3-palette deal, which is great. Last year they did 2, so they're slowly expanding. I love Hourglass palettes. It is such a great way to get a lot in a one-stop shop. And I never go through a full one anyways. And I've got a few full-size products and I feel like I use these more than I use those. So these, for example, were last year's. I wanted them both. So I use them both. Literally, the Hourglass palettes are just so good because the blush and bronzer, at least for me, add such a radiance. They make my skin look so healthy. And the highlight, granted, I'm more of a very see me across the neighborhood to the next block highlight type of girl. These, I don't put these away altogether. They have their time and place and I very much enjoy them. I probably use the finishing powders the least, or the like dim light, strobe light, not strobe light, dim light, incandescent light. I use those the least because typically when I go in with a setting powder, it's, one of my separate ones like Huda or Rare Beauty. But there are times I also just kind of dig into these. And every time I do, I'm like, why don't I use this more often? But Hourglass, true and true every year. I look forward to their face palettes. It's something that, yes, they keep coming out with, but I very much enjoy them. So I do plan on picking up the Elephant palette this year. Just waiting for it to come to Sephora. So these are really a great, great beauty item for holiday. And I still use it. So this one is, okay, I've got 4 of these. I just pulled one just to show you. I still pull these from time to time when I need a really stand out type of look. If I'm going to a dinner, a special dinner, whatever. Tear for Marc Jacobs Beauty. Remember when the good times for beauty holiday were when you got those amazing Marc Jacobs sets, the Too Faced sets, the what other set? I think Benefit had a set. Like, there were just a lot of sets, and at the time they were still innovative enough to where we all looked forward to them. Now it's kind of same old, same old. But Marc Jacobs had these sequins, and it's a little pot of eyeshadow, which I don't typically use these individual types of things very often. But these were everything and more. I think Hourglass had released something similar. But these just knocked my socks off. And granted, I still have so much product. I will never go through all of these. But these were a product that I got on board with and just kind of obviously never looked back because they are still in my collection. You guys know I purge from time to time. And they still get used. I still pull them out to use them, and I love these products so much. And they're still going strong. They're still pretty fresh. So love, love, love. I'm a little sad that Marc Jacobs is, that is a past season. There is no more Marc Jacobs Beauty. Okay, so this is another eye product. This was part of a Too Faced collection, the Gingerbread collection, 3? Maybe 4 years ago at this point. Here's what's funny. This was part of the eyeshadow palette set, and it's actually the little set of 4, it has 4 glitters and then just 2 basic mattes. But I use this still for the glitters. Oh my goodness. These are those glitters that have that self-adhesive, you don't need glitter glue type of thing, and they are so pretty. They go on so nicely. Have it on today, and I still pull this little bad boy out. It's so weird because I still have the palette. Rarely use that. This is where it's at for me. So 'tis the season to sparkle. So again, remembering beauty years gone past, I love this little guy. So that one still gets pulled out to use. Let's talk a couple of brushes. So this is the thing also about brushes and repetitive is that, like, for example, Sephora brand brushes, I love them. And this little set, this ombre set was probably from, was it last year even? Maybe even 2 years ago, I don't know. And I use this set, there's like 3 brushes from this set that I use very consistently. This year, I think they did it in blue. I don't know. I just would love to see something different than the same old, same old. It's usually the same brush types. You get a powder brush, a little stumpy foundation brush. I'd love to see something different because the brush sets just don't excite me anymore. This particular one by It Cosmetics is another one that used to come out with crazy good holiday brush sets. This was at Ulta, and this was the rhinestone set, or not even rhinestones. I don't remember what it was called, but I use these 2 brushes so much. And seriously, I feel like the day that they fall apart, I'm going to be so sad because there's something just so, I reach for these. Not only are they an amazing brush, It Cosmetics makes great brushes, but the handles are just, again, unique, and they haven't done this since. So anyways, but brushes are no longer a thing I really get super excited about during holiday like I did in years past because it's all the same. Anyways, so there's that. So a product that I think is from last year that I still use quite frequently is the Pat McGrath blush set. And I know she's about to come out with a couple more for this holiday set, season, whatever. But to be honest, I have not done a whole lot of homework on it. Looking at the photos, it looks like blushes from her regular lineup, which at this point I have most of them. Most in full size. I've got like 5 in full size. That's how much I love them. And then this palette I had purchased because I did not have these 2 blush shades. They are for deeper skin tones, but they look so good still. Every time I open this, it smells like dentine gum. Anyways, the highlighter is a little bit deep for me, and I have to say, I'm just not a fan of Pat McGrath highlighters. In fact, I'm about to declutter like pretty much all of the ones I own on Poshmark because I've used those like once or twice, and I'm like, I just can't get behind these. There's something about it that just, I don't like them. Anyways, but these are an amazing deal, and again, she's doing a repeat of this year, except it's gonna have 4 blushes and I think a highlight. But these are great, and I do feel like it is innovative for her. Past this year, though, I feel like it's going to have to be something different if she's using the same blush shades this year. But anyways, I'm still using this bad boy, and I probably won't, again, be picking up the blush palettes. If they're the same shades, I'm like, I already have them. So anyways, there's that. Okay. Then we've got Huda Beauty. I'm a huge fan of Huda big eyeshadow palettes, and she has kind of made it a tradition to release her larger 18 pan palettes into holiday. So, which the time period that we're in now is considered holiday beauty. Holiday beauty really starts dropping around beginning of September, and she's going to be dropping her newest one October 3rd, and usually it's, beginning of November that she puts one out, and, it's holiday here. So I have loved every single one of her large eyeshadow palettes. I'm very much looking forward to this newest one that's about to release. And so I got to throw this in here because this is something that I do when I say continually, that doesn't mean every day. It means that, every so often I pull it out and I want to use it. So whereas a lot of things holiday past is either no longer in my collection or sitting there and just getting old because I'm just not using it. And this is not that. Huda releases some bomb eyeshadows and I am here for it. So the Huda large 18 pan palettes are definitely something past holiday beauty that I still very much continually use and love. And she's also very good about throwing innovative things. Let me open this bad boy back up. Obviously, I still have it in its plastic case. I don't know why. I just feel like it adds a little something. But anyways, she adds these shadows or shades, formulas is the right word, that people talk about. And then people are curious and want to buy it. She has a good marketing tactic. Anyways, this is that kind of Vaseline type shade. I'm going to be honest, I never used it. To me, I know it's going to crease on me, so. And she's got a similar, not with the little beads, but she's got something that's kind of got like a, kind of a glaze type of formula, I think, in this newer one. Anyways, you know, she does the whole swirls. She likes to play and be innovative, and I like that. So regardless of whether I'm going to use it or not, the particular shade, I like that she does that. I like that she throws in something different. So there's that. Okay, the next, as I drop that palette, the next products that have come out for 2 years in a row, and I just ordered the third, are the Pat McGrath Holiday, what am I trying to say? Holiday eyeshadow palettes. This is something that, yes, I do look forward to every year. I just fully look forward to it. It excites me. And it used to be waiting for all of the different sets by all of the different brands used to just excite me so much. And now it does not. As I see all of these coming onto the What's New section of Sephora, as the app on Sephora, or the Sephora app, as every other day or so, they'll be like, hey, like, you know, app preview, you can buy this today. And I'm just like, no, I just don't know. Anyways, but there's a handful of things that truly I'm looking forward to, and these do not disappoint. So I pull these out from time to time. In fact, I'm wearing it today. I pull these out and use them because they are stunning. They have everything you need, finish-wise, formula-wise, obviously is perfection. And you've got the whole array of shades to play with. I'm very excited for this year's to come in the mail. I have placed my order. I did the whole launch on the Pat McGrath website. So, oh my gosh, these are so good. And as long as she keeps on rotating out the shades and not coming out with a standard, same old run-of-the-mill like Too Faced, we all know it, then for me, it's going to be a look forward every year. But I am so happy to say that from beauty years past, these two are still kicking it in my collection. Okay, so then let's move on. Where do I put these? Okay. This palette actually is from last year, and I love this palette so much. It still gets plenty of use from me. It's going to stay in my collection for a very long time to come, and this is the Anastasia Primrose palette. I saw that they're about to come out with their new palette. I forget what it's even called. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed, and it's not, I don't know, it's not giving me super exciting type of feels. So we'll see what that's like, but this, for one, is just one that I remember how much I raved about it during the holiday season, and that has not stopped. It's not one of those things that was like an infatuation for the holiday season, and then I'm like, no, this one has carried on throughout this year, and I see myself loving this for a very long time to come. The formulas in this, the shine is outrageous. You guys know how I feel about that, and the tones just complement my eyes and skin tone absolutely beautifully. So this particular one still is a win for me. Okay, I have an oldie but goodie in here, you guys, that, again, unique for me, unique, change it up, like do different packaging or something. But anyways, so you guys, remember when Tarte used to come out with the blush books? Remember those round ones? And everybody wanted those and they would sell out so fast. Anyways, this blush book, not only have I kept, I still use it to this day. You guys, this is probably, 7 or 8 years old, maybe even more. And 12-month shelf life, this is what I tell you, 120-month shelf life for me, because I keep things, if I really like them, I'll keep them for a long time. But it's like a notebook, and it's just, again, it's just got some blushes in here. I still find them useful. I still find that I very much like the way that they apply. And yeah, there's a couple in here like this shade right here, I don't use, not even as a bronzer. The highlight, I've never been a fan of the highlights in their bronze books or whatever, but the blushes just are stunning, and I love them. There's something so simple about them. Remember the Amazonian clay formula everyone was behind at the time? Everyone was like, yes, I can get behind that. This is so good. And yeah, I have kept mine. It still gets plenty of use, and yeah, I'm here for it. Again, I feel like I could go back to really looking forward to holiday beauty if they just changed it up. Why is it the same thing now every year? It's like people's creativity has just bloop. Well, anyways, so, okay. This and the other one that I have by Charlotte Tilbury, the Eyes to Hypnotize. These palettes for me are everything. This for me is innovative. I love her formula. And the two that I have are very different. So it's not like I got any kind of repetition. Just absolutely stunning. Again, very unique for holiday. It's very just dazzling, right? And I just love that I can do something like simple, or, you know, these shades are so classy. I can't. And this is not something that, and I still remember talking about, raving about these in the video that I did, what, a couple years ago? 3 maybe at this point? 4? Oh gosh, I don't remember. Anyways, but these are so beautiful even today. I still love this eyeshadow palette. And again, I love the other one that I have too. But these are so, so good. I have also seen what she's releasing for this year. I'm very much looking forward to the face palette. Little single eyeshadows, I don't know about that because I don't tend to pull singles very often. They kind of get neglected in my collection. This one though, this one's still going strong. So I've got 2 products left. This one is from last year. And I know that BH got bought out, right? By who? I don't even remember anymore. Anyways, listen, again, this is not one that was like a one-hit wonder for me to where I loved it for a time and then moved it along. This palette I love so very much, and I hope that they come out with something just as good this year. Is BH still coming out with stuff? They are, right? Yeah, I think they are. Anyways, so this, okay, the packaging wasn't all that, right? Like there's no mirror. This thing's massive. But okay, like Christmas in a palette for one. The finish is stunning. For the price point, incredible. And I still love this palette to this very day. Even if I'm not going to do a Christmas look, I will pull this palette for some of the more neutral shades. Ooh, and I love it. So this is one that I would be looking forward to this year. I haven't even Googled to see if they're gonna, you know, if there's been a preview. I haven't seen anything yet. Let me know in the comments below because now I'm really curious. I've made myself curious. But this, perfect. Okay, the last item that I have is by Too Faced, and it's from maybe about 3 years ago. But this is one that I have kept in its box, that I love every aspect about it, and I do still pull it out from time to time because the shades are actually really good quality, which I know, Too Faced Holiday, that can be more miss than hit. But quality's pretty good, and it makes my eye color pop. So total win-win. And this ain't going anywhere. I kept this, you guys, because I just enjoy it so much. It's the Too Faced Cinnamon Bear set. And I don't know if you remember, this was about 3 years ago. And look, yes, I'm geeky this way. I even kept the box. So it even comes like in a gummy bear bag. And if you have this still, let me know in the comments below because I'm super curious. But it's got the gummy bear baggie, and it came with the eyeshadow palette, which again, I love. It's got the little hearts are raised. It feels like little bubbles. And how cute is this? And you'd say, okay, but why Christmas? Shouldn't that be Valentine's? I don't know. They released it during holiday, so here we are. But look. Remember how I told you all these kind of tones, the burgundies, the wines, they just make my eye color pop. And this particular palette, ooh, it hit just such a good note. So this was one I knew I wasn't going to move on, and the blush is so good also. And I still find myself using it. So that for me says it all. And then the little lippy, I love these melted matte lippies because they just go on so nicely. They can get drying, so I don't use this one as often, but the palette is really what I will reach for if I'm grabbing this set. So those are the products in my collection that, one, I look forward to year after year, or two, just in general, whether there haven't been like repeats of it, that I just have kept because they're so good. But you guys, products like the Hourglass palettes, they are so good. That's something that does spark joy for me. Let's see, what else? The Pat McGrath palette. I was very much looking forward to that. So again, once that released, I was like, yes, please. Same thing with the Huda. When she comes out with that empowered palette, I will be picking that one up. Very much looking forward to that. And then again, like Charlotte Tilbury, I feel like she does enough of a rotation to where it doesn't get boring. But are you like me? Are you just kind of meh with these holiday releases? The same Sephora favorite sets, the same perfume sets, just everything. Like Too Faced, I will be buying nothing except for possibly the pumpkin spice slice palette because of the oranges in there, just kind of, I don't know, have piqued my interest. Aside from that, no set will be bought. There was nothing that piqued my interest. It looked so boring. Urban Decay, are they even releasing anything? I just don't even know. It's just, I don't know. It makes me sad that it's gotten this way, but you know, in a market that has been oversaturated for such a long time, you end up at a point where it's like, okay, unless you have somebody absolutely brilliant on the team that can come up with something that hasn't been done before, then honestly, it's all going to look the same at some point. And here we are. Now we're a few years into the beauty industry being absolutely booming, and it's just kind of, I don't know. Just kind of lukewarm. It's just neither here nor there. So anyways, but I had fun sharing with you those holiday products that are still in my collection, still going strong, and that I very much like to use. Okay, friends, before I let you go, just a couple of quick things. If you are new, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful that you found me and hope you stick around for a little while or a long while. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. That truly does help me out, and I just ask if you just click that little button. And then before I let you go, I just want to give you a very quick verse of the day to motivate you, encourage you, and to tell you that Jesus loves you so very much. Today's comes from 1 Thessalonians 5:18, and it says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." I don't know what stage of life you're in, but all circumstances means all circumstances. At the end of the day, I mean, it's good days, bad days, God still deserves all the thanks. And so it is my prayer that if you don't already know him as your Lord and Savior, that he would make himself very real to you in this moment, that you would feel him pulling on your heartstrings, and that you would feel a gratitude for whatever it is that you do have in life, that you would count those blessings, because it is easy to focus on those things we don't have, those things that are going wrong. Trust me, I know. I easily take my focus off of what I do have and the thankfulness in my heart, and I can turn to like, and it becomes complaining all the time and negativity. And I, even in this moment or up to now, like I'm struggling with that right now, but just a gentle reminder to be thankful for everything in every moment. And I just pray that you feel his love so very much in this moment. All right, friends. Well, I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and stay well. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.